By the end of this video, you're going to know how to make a DIY garden fertilizer and why most other homemade fertilizers don't work. Hey, it's C, your Ready Gardener here. On this channel, I talk about all things container gardening. If you would like to know easy and affordable ways to start and maintain a successful container garden, subscribe to this channel. Let's get to it. All right, so green tea fertilizer is probably one of the easiest fertilizers to make. All you need to do is boil some water, and then once you're done, let it cool. At this point, you can place 2 tablespoons of loose green tea per 1 cup of water, or 2 tea bags per cup of water in your tea kettle or whatever container you use. Let me emphasize that the water, before it cools, to place your tea bags in the water or your loose tea. All right, and this will make a strong brew of green tea. You can also make this green tea brew outside as well. So you can just use a container that's food safe and has a good tight fitting, secure lid. Just measure out the amount of water that you need and add your green tea accordingly. Remember, 2 tea bags per 1 cup, or 2 tablespoons of loose green tea per cup of water. So at this point, I upcycle containers. I will use a clean, completely dried out container to pour the green tea fertilizer in. So now we will take the tea bags out of the container. We are also going to pull off the strings or off these tea bags. I am going to compost the tea bags. You could also take the tea bags and split them apart and work them in the soil of some of your indoor or outdoor plants. Now it is time to pour the green tea in the container, and I will try to pour it carefully as I can. It probably would have been wiser to pour it in the sink, but we'll go ahead and pour this in here. And while I'm doing that, please look at the nutrient information and plants that are best helped by the green tea fertilizer. Now we will take the fertilizer and water the rose bush to give it a good boost.
By the way, if you want to know everything about a container garden from start to maintaining, even reviving a dead garden, I have a course linked in the description. And let me just tell you, get it now, because the deal I am offering is too crazy. All right.
So let's get back to the video. All right, there's some things I wanted to mention about the green tea fertilizer. So you can use already used green tea bags or loose leaf tea bags. You just want to let it marinate or sit in the water for a longer amount of time, maybe 3 times or 4 times longer than what you would if they were not already used tea bags or tea leaves. The rose bush, I put approximately 88 ounces of green tea fertilizer at the base of the rose bush. So, and for the rose bush, you can put up to a gallon. So of course that's more than 88 ounces. It is a pretty big bush. So with your big bushes and your trees, you can place, around 100 ounces or so. And if I feel like I need more, of course I can easily make more and then, put some around there, but I think that should be fine. This was just enough actually for me to walk around once and pour it around the base. During the growing season, you can apply this every 2 to 4 weeks. When it comes to your bigger plants, like your trees and your shrubs, you can put 100 ounces, around 100 ounces around those. When you are talking about your extra large or large containers, maybe you want to get closer to 50 ounces. You kind of have to judge it. Medium containers or medium sized plants, maybe around 25 ounces. Small plants, maybe 10 ounces or less. And I'll add the pictures. Hopefully they serve as a reference point for you. Now, also this image of the nutrients, I'm going to put it up there again. It will be also in the description. Please monitor your plants after you give the green tea fertilizer to make sure that everything is well and okay with it, because understand that it is acidic. So some plants may be sensitive to acidic fertilizers. All right, you want to remember to always apply this in the growing season. Again, you could do it every 2 to 4 weeks, but monitor your plants. Remember that more is not always best. I know a lot of times we tend to think that, oh yeah, more is good. Not always, because you could truly harm your plants. And it's probably best to test a small amount. If it is your first time using green tea fertilizer, test a small amount and see how your plant responds. Those are the things I just wanted to make sure that we understood about using, about making and using green tea fertilizer. Okay, so we made our green tea fertilizer. We gave the rosebush a good boost of it. So now we're going to talk about a common myth. Okay, so why do it-yourself DIY fertilizers not work? Well, because many times people will use the same fertilizer over and over again. You need to use a combination of fertilizers. So instead of just using all banana peels, you could use banana peels, sea moss, molasses, apple cider vinegar, a combination of fertilizers so that your garden can thrive. People will have issues or will say that DIY fertilizers do not work. They do work as long as you provide a combination of fertilizers that help support the plant's needs. All right, so now you have a fertilizer recipe with nutrient information and some of the plants that would benefit from the green tea fertilizer. If you learned anything today from this video, be sure to like it. And if you think you can benefit from a DIY fertilizer recipe book, let me know in the comments. All right? Hey, and remember, I want to help you plant your vision into reality. Other than that, hope to see you on the next video. Yah willing. Shalom.